Hi guys, it's Bill again. Welcome back to my cooking show, and I want to do something a little kind of old school. So this video will come out after the fact, but you know, holidays here, I want to do something different. So we live in Florida, so I could do like a tailgating thing for New Year's Eve, and it made me realize that when I was a kid, we didn't have a lot of fancy stuff to make pasta salad with. So this is kind of like an old school pasta salad that I think everyone's going to really enjoy. So the first thing is, and I'll put the link at the end of the video for my Italian dressing, but basically I just kind of 1.5 times the ingredients. It's like 1/4 cup of red wine vinegar, 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, a tablespoon of honey, juice of a lemon. Lemon was kind of small, so I did like 1.5. And we're going to throw in 4 cloves of garlic, cup of Italian parsley, bunch of basil leaves, ground pepper, salt. I do put a little crushed red pepper flake in there just to make it go wow, and just like half a teaspoon of oregano, you know, just dried oregano. That's fine. I use an immersion blender. You could just put it in a blender itself. You want to get a pretty smooth consistency, so I had to work on it. Now, because this is for pasta salad, there are 2 things. One is, I got plain bow tie because we didn't have tricolored rotinis and all that stuff when I was a kid. So bow tie was how we typically made it. And to keep it, it's already cooked, and to keep it from sticking, you put a little olive oil on, right? So that's already got more olive oil. So there's a good chance when I get this all mixed together, I might need a little more acid. So I have the leftover half a lemon and my red wine vinegar. So we're going to kind of to taste, okay? But I think this is going to be great. So let's get started. First, I want to get in my big bowl here all the kind of tougher ingredients that you can stir around, because obviously, like the cherry tomatoes, easy to fall apart, and the last thing we're going to put in it are going to be the bow ties, because if you stir them around a whole lot, you're going to end up with a bunch of mush. So, oops, I got myself 1 whole cut up Bermuda onion. Got myself cut up red pepper. And this is kind of an optional thing if you like. It was always standard fare when I was a kid. It's pepperoni. Now, this isn't the pepperoni that you buy that's already sliced. This actually comes from the deli. It's called sandwich pepperoni, so it's a whole lot different. And I just had them cut some thick slices for me, 1/4 pound of it. I'm going to throw that in. Like I said, that's an optional thing. You could definitely have this vegetarian by not putting that in. And then kind of just because you got to, I have a bunch of green onions, you know, scallions that I sliced up thin. Got myself a 1/4 pound of Kalamata olives from the salad bar at the grocery store, specialty store. I just sliced them in half lengthwise. And now I want to start. I'm going to put a little dressing on here. I made this up ahead, so just make sure it's nice and mixed together. And I love the green from all the basil and Italian parsley. So go a little crazy, because remember, by the time we get the bow tie in here, the pasta in here, it's going to absorb some of that. And we really had, I mean, we had a bunch. We had almost 2 cups. So now, let's see what this kind of looks like. Oh, so special, so great. And the Kalamata olives come in like an oil vinegar mixture. So when the fact that I cut in half kind of released some of that, because I really didn't want that to be the flavor. Okay, it looks great. A little bit more. Now I got myself some fresh mozzarella, only because We didn't have that when I was a kid, but you got to do this, man. You just have to have that texture, real fresh mozzarella. If you don't believe that just by smell alone you would think this was the best thing you ever had. So remember, I'll have the dressing video at the end with the recipe. Got me some cherry tomatoes. I just have a pint that I cut them in half. Now we gotta start getting a little more careful, a little dainty. Alright, let's see if we can actually get those bow ties to fit in here. Work your way around, get everything nice and mixed. Bring it up from the bottom. Try not to tear everything apart. There. I have a much bigger bowl that I would have normally done this in, but I just thought for the visual view to see it, this would kind of work out better. Because my much bigger bowl is like restaurant big bowl. Plus it's stainless, so it goes clink, clink, clink. Let's try not to do that. So I'm thinking, really got this mixed well. So let's see what this looks like. Of course, this is going to marinate for a couple hours, get all that flavor, get everything mixed together. You can see it's just teeming with all sorts of goodies. Isn't that great? So you want to let it marinate a little bit before you decide what you want to add, but I'm going to take a little bite out of it, see what I can come up with. No, it's perfect the way it is. No, it really hits the spot. doesn't need anything more. It's really great. I think you're going to find that if you use the sandwich pepperoni versus regular pepperoni, you're not going to get that really kind of attack from it. It's much more subtle. I use it actually like in my Italians subs, sandwiches. But that's really good. It's very fresh. The homemade Italian dressing really makes it just lovely. I love the olives. You got to put a lot of Bermuda onion in there because it just gets kind of lost in there, and you really want that flavor to come through. But this is really great. So like I said, make sure you keep this video running so you're going to see how to make my Italian dressing if you don't remember, or you can obviously search it, Italian dressing. But this is the kind of stuff great for a cookout, a picnic, whatever you want to do, and hope you try it and enjoy it. Obviously don't forget to subscribe, comment, and ring the notification bell. And I hope we all have a great 2023, and I'll see you back soon. Hello, my name is Bill, and I just realized that I have not made Italian dressing video. I make it all the time. It's great because I can use fresh herbs from my garden. I've got some basil and a whole handful of Italian parsley here. It's really simple to make. I put it in a pickle jar and keep it in the refrigerator. It'll last all week. I just love fresh. I never buy dressing in the bottle. So first of all, we've got a little lemon juice. We need a little acid. So I'm going to cut it in half. And I got my favorite squeezer. Show you a little trick here. Now what you want to do, against what your thought is, you want to put the lemon, not to fit it, but open side down, and it's also going to help filter out the seeds. I'm just going to give it a little squish. Look at that, no seeds, perfect. So you end up with this funny little disc. Squish. This juicer honestly works better than anything else I've ever used. And what's really cool, if you're using limes, which are smaller, you just do it this way. It works great. I have a link below. You can get this on Amazon. It's probably the best investment ever made in Amazon. All right. So, next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how we're going to cut up a little parsley. Parsley is kind of easy to do. And you don't have to be really overcautious if you got a little of the really fine stem in there. So basically what I do is I just kind of go around, trying to cut my fingers off, and take off the big stuff. So I just got some leaves and a little bit of the thinner stems. It's pretty easy. You can use a smaller knife if you'd like. Sometimes I leave a little stuff on that if it's too hard to get to, and I can always feed that to my rabbits. Anything green. Alright. Example. And I'm going to be mixing this up. You can use a blender. I'm going to use an immersion blender, a hand mixer, boat motor, whatever you want to call it. I'll have a link below. I just think it's really handy to have one. Great for any time you want to make a soup or dressings. I actually used it in my spinach souffle video. So I want the parsley to be kind of like what stands out in this. So that's why I'm cutting. I want a nice big handful. Let's see here, just a little more. I just love the smell of parsley. It's so easy to grow here. If not, just make sure you're finding it fresh from some source, farmer's market, or we have a produce place. It's kind of like an outdoor thing that has really good produce, but grows like weed outside. I also like to grow cilantro. The problem with cilantro is that it seeds too quickly, so like you have to offset how much you're growing at a time. If you have it all ready at the same time, you end up making an awful lot of Mexican food. Guacamole. Oh, that sounds good. Oh, I've already done that video. All right. Looks like a lot, but let me tell you, when you get this all chewed up, there's going to be not much left. Okay. Set this aside, out of harm's way. So you see I've got a pretty big handful of Italian parsley. I'm going to throw it in here. I've got, I want like 6, 8 nice big basil leaves. I've got 4 cloves of garlic that I've whacked up a little smaller. I have a 1/4 cup of red wine vinegar. It has to be fancy. And of course, you need an emulsifier. Dijon mustard, any kind of mustard works, but Dijon mustard. So what I want about 1, 2 tablespoons. And because we're putting all this acid in here, we've got the red wine vinegar and the lemon, I like to just put in basically a tablespoon of honey. This happens to be orange blossom honey. I like the little kind of citrusy flavor you get from it. Don't want to go crazy, just want that tablespoon. Now I've got a pinch of salt, some fresh ground black pepper, and dried oregano. I use dried oregano because I just don't keep fresh oregano around. If you have it, please use it. You probably get better results with it. And the other interesting thing that I do is there's just a pinch of crushed red pepper flakes in there. So I want to just start to get this mixed up and see where it goes. I've never used one of these before. This one's kind of cool. Like I said, I've got a link for it. This actually has like you set the speed for it, and then you also have a turbo mode. It'll be a little louder when it's mixing up stuff. So I've got some of the greenery pretty well chewed up. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix in my olive oil. I need about 1/2 cup. And I'm just going to let this stir it around first so I got everything kind of mixed up. And you will see that this is going to emulsify really well. So it's really that simple. What we have here now is a dressing that is well blended. Believe it or not, it's not going to separate at all. It has the consistency of a good Italian dressing. I like the extra green stuff in it. I think you need that parsley and the basil in there. Of course, you have to have garlic, the pepper, a little crushed red pepper also to kind of liven it up, and the honey's really going to add to it. Like I said, put this in a jar, put it in the refrigerator, and use it all week long. There's nothing bad in it. It's just a bunch of olive oil and vinegar and Dijon mustard. So really try this, and I hope you enjoy it. If you have any suggestions, please do. And like always, please comment and subscribe. Thank you. Have a great day.